All right. Child, these ads. Okay. We're all good. We're all good. Okay. So, obviously, this is another late night weekly Sunday reading. Let me shuffle and then I'll get started. Starting with Capricorn, of course. Capricorn. Set. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. So first off, let me say thank you for being here during this live, okay? Or if you're not watching live, thank you for just clicking on the video. So as you know, we're going to go into your week and see what's happening this week. What's the message for you? It could be an assignment. It could be just a reminder. It depends on what you're going through. We're going to go through all the signs, starting with Capricorn all the way to Sagittarius. Feel free to comment down in the comment section below your timestamp for your sign so that other people, when they come in, they can also check that out as well. Okay? All right, so let's start off with Capricorn. Capricorn. Now, I put this here so that I could be able to catch all the cards. And it said, nope, we're just going to just throw it all the way over here. Okay, so Capricorn, you have Mars. So this week is going to require a lot of physical energy, right? A lot of physical strength. This could be good or bad. We're going to see what comes up for your cards. Let's see. For Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Oh, you got the High Priestess. So, okay, so there's something that you're doing behind the scenes, or there's something that's happening behind the scenes that you don't have much understanding of at this time. The Hangman, Death, Six of Wands. Okay, so it looks like something is going to be put on hold and it's going to end up not going through the way that you thought it would. So, most likely something that you've been working on, if there's been a pause or if there's been some sort of like, um, what is the word I'm looking for? Like when somebody doesn't respond, I don't know what word that would be. Um, something that you've been waiting on. It hasn't really gone through. This week it's probably not going to go through. But then you have the Six of Wands. So I feel like you're in the right though. So like if it was like a partnership, or if it was a project or something like that, you did your part. It just didn't go through. And I think people are going to notice that. The Six of Wands always says you're in the spotlight. It also says that usually there's a promotion of some sort. So I don't know if that's something you're working on, but it looks like somebody quits or somebody resigns, or somebody gives up almost. That's what it seems like. Someone gives up and you've been patient enough, so you're going to get some sort of promotion this week. That could be in any arena of your life. It seems hidden though. The High Priestess, Three of Swords in reverse, the World in reverse. Something that you've been a part of for a long time. Judgment, yeah. So it's like you get the fair judgment, you get the final say. So you were in the right, and even though at one point you could have been looked at as the bad guy, during this week you're going to be shown as the hero, or you're going to be shown as the good guy, or the person who was vindicated. I do see that this is something you've been a part of for a minute, so it's probably something that you have just been had no answers on. You had to go through disappointment, regret, sadness. But hey, it is what it is. It happens like that sometimes. Right? Right. All right, Capricorn. So make sure you just keep your energy up. Make sure that you are prepared for the goal. And what I mean by that is don't give up on whatever you set out to conquer. This is not something that you just start like right now. You started this a long time ago. So just remember what that reason was for. Because this is the week where it's really going to count, and this is the week where you get to see the results. So yeah. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, let's start with this. No ma'am, way too many cards. Aquarius. Okay, so you have Libra. Okay, so there could be a Libra involved in this situation. I feel like you're focused on a Libra for some of you. Let's see. There we go. All right, so this week, Aquarius, you kind of have this energy of being very calm. You're not speaking very much. You're being to yourself. I feel like it's for a reason. I feel like it's something that you need to do. Like maybe things have just been kind of like hectic for you. Let's see, Aquarius. Nine of Cups in reverse, Prince of Swords, and Justice in reverse. All right, Aquarius. So I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone, especially if they're Libra, it's almost like you feel like you're not ready for something, or you feel like they don't deserve something. Um, Nine of Cups, Prince of Swords. Something isn't what you wanted, or maybe you're going through an argument with somebody in your life right now, somebody that you're in a relationship with. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Libra, but I do see Libra very strongly. So with this Libra energy, it usually means something or somebody that you relate to, right? So that you have to decide who that is for you. But it's like something didn't go the way that you planned. You heard something, or you researched something, or you saw something. And then the Justice card here is saying that you feel like someone is wrong for what they've done. So you feel like they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They're not in the right. I'm not sure why this is such a big deal for you, but I think it's almost like it's a deal breaker. So somebody does something this week that kind of makes you feel like that's a deal breaker for me. Like, I don't know. Or it's something where you're like, nah, you're in the wrong. Like, it's not me this time, it's you. So, Aquarius, I don't want this to be your reading. What's the positive in this? When we see Justice in reverse, right? Justice is a very powerful card. So I almost feel like you are kind of having this place of power. The things that you need to be rectified are being rectified this week. The truth is coming out, and you're realizing who is not being truthful and who is. And I think that's always a good thing, even if it doesn't feel good. So you have Justice this week, right? Something goes I would say in your favor. Like you look like the one that's in the right. So I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay? So let's move on to Pisces. Oh yeah. Also, one more message for Aquarius. The Four of Swords was there, so in conjunction with all of those messages that I just said, the reason why you're being so quiet is because the truth doesn't have to fight for itself. The truth is just the truth, so it doesn't have to argue. It doesn't have to defend itself. You know what I mean? So if someone is overly defending, it's probably because they're lying during this week for you. So just keep that in mind as well. All right. Pisces. Pisces, I hope that you can give me some better news, because so far the readings are kind of like, give me something. Give me something, Pisces. Let's see. Pisces. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Pisces, you have Cancer. Okay, so you could be dealing with the Cancer, but I feel like this is different. This may not be exactly a Cancer. I almost feel like this energy is more of like a cousin. Like, do you have a cousin? Regardless of what their sign is, I feel like your cousin is popping up here, or a close relative. Okay, or maybe a friend that you consider like family. Okay, Cancer, weekly reading for Cancer. Here we go. Oh Lord, what is going on with these readings today? Okay, so not Cancer, sorry, Pisces. I feel like the way that I feel when I'm looking at the evidence, it's like I'm not feeling what I'm seeing. So one thing that I will say is this week, don't be in denial. When you receive the messages that you need to receive, just accept it gracefully, Pisces. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to like make it something that it's not. Because I feel that very strongly for you this week. And that's okay. We all do it. But like, just because somebody's close to you doesn't mean that they are always right. Okay? So don't make someone right just because they're close to you. Four of Wands in reverse, the Star, Three of Swords. And then you have the King of Swords. Yeah. Three of Cups. Okay. So it seems like you have your mind very focused this week. You want to start enjoying. You want to start being yourself. You want to start carrying out the energy that you want to have this week. Not that you just want that, but like that's your focus. Okay, so you're very focused this week. That's one positive thing. Beautiful. I feel like the way that you have fun, you're realizing you don't need to go out to have fun. You can enjoy being around yourself. You can enjoy being in your shell a little bit more. And that could be because you recently went through a separation or something like that. And so you're learning how to enjoy yourself without having to be so close to everyone. I think this is a beautiful thing for you, Pisces, because it's such a contrast to your nature, right? So Pisces, people say that you guys are shy, but I kind of feel like you guys are easily able to kind of maneuver different personalities, like different people. You know how to work a room. And I feel like this week you're learning how to really just be okay with who you are, like your personality. It almost seems like you're determined to do that. So you could be trying to prove to someone like, look, I'm the prize. I don't care what you have to say about it. Like, I'm the prize. And yeah, you're focused on that. Nothing wrong with that. Beautiful. I do think that the way that you have fun is going to shift, though. Okay, so be prepared for that. The way that you have fun is definitely going to shift, honey. Okay. All right, Aries. Let's see what's going on for you, Aries. I want to make sure the cards are very like shuffled for y'all. Okay, so we're on what, Aries? Yeah. Aries. Okay, so I feel very calm for you, Aries. You have a very calm energy this week. Aries. I feel like that's how it was last week too. Okay. All right. We have Scorpio energy here. Okay, that's your sister sign. all of your cards came out at one time, so you're not playing. So your energy is very structured during this week. It's very concrete. It is what it is. Why am I getting the chills for you, Aries? Okay, so it is what it is, Aries, this week. That's the theme for you. We have King of Cups here. So Aries, the issues you've been having, you're realizing this week, they're not really issues. The issues you've been having this week, or the issues you've been having prior this week, you will see that it's not really an issue. It'll almost be effortless for you to have the emotional stability that you've been searching for. It's almost like, I don't even know, you know those videos that are like satisfying, like you watch people like clean or vacuum things, or like paint something, and it just goes on very smooth. That's your week. Your week is very satisfying. Now, the catch with that is that there is a mess, or there's some sort of project that needs to be completed, but that project is your life. So there is a mess beforehand, but afterwards, like after this week, a lot of things are going to be so smooth for you. And I feel like you can see that. Like you may be the one that's fixing it for yourself, so you don't have to necessarily be like surprised by it. It is what it is. Like that's the vibe for you this week. Three of Wands, the Fool in reverse, and Prince of Pentacles. This may take some time, and you may need a little financial support with these endeavors that you're taking on this week. Let's see, Three of Wands. Oh, but you've been waiting for this, Aries. So you've been waiting for this. And you also have this Fool in reverse. So this is you. I feel like you're more mature. Like something has happened to where you're being very mature. So something creatively, or something that you're working on presently. It could be work, anything, right? But something that you have to put in effort into. You're more mature, and you've planned. You're prepared for this time in your life. Wow. Okay. Yeah, like you're serious about this. Like you don't even have to be super emotional about something, because you know that you've put in the effort, you've put in the time, you've studied, you've planned accordingly. So now you're just waiting on the product, but you're also still putting in. So you're still inputting something. I feel like you're creating something, like a product or something like that. It could even be videos for some of you, but like I feel like you're creating something that you have to create it once, and then people pay you to keep getting it. So not a service, but like a product. Okay, so if that's what you're doing, it looks like it's going to be growing. Congratulations, Aries. And if it's not necessarily a product, it could be anything that you're doing. Like you're going to start to see it grow this week. So, wow, I like this. Now, the Scorpio energy, I'm not sure where it's coming from. It could be dealing with the Scorpio. Honestly, I don't know where this is attached to. Maybe you have Scorpio in your chart, or maybe Scorpio is your rising sign. I wasn't trying to say rising sign. I meant to say 10th house. 10th house. But whatever it is, it's popping up. Okay? And if you don't know about your chart and you want to know more about that, just email me. Okay? Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to Taurus. Taurus. Okay, that seems to be shuffled enough. Taurus weekly. Taurus. Okay. Okay, you have beautiful cards so far. Wow. Okay. Better than everybody else's. Let me be honest about that. Love it. Okay, let's see what your energy is this week. I'm getting kind of excited for you. Like, I feel like you have something up your sleeve, but in a good way. Let's see. Taurus. Gemini. Okay. You may be a Taurus Gemini. Cusp. Gemini. Okay, so I'm also getting sibling. I'm also getting your third house. Okay, so these are some little significant energies that I'm getting. Connecting with someone who's a lot like you during this week. This could be anywhere. This could be online. Like maybe you find someone who's a kindred spirit. Maybe this is in person. Maybe this is a relative, like I said. Connecting with someone who is a kindred spirit during this week. Beautiful. Taurus, I also see that with the Eight of Wands here, you're highly focused. Like your priorities are beyond priorities. Your priorities are building blocks to build your empire. Like it's beyond priority. It's like bigger than that, you know? Six of Wands. People don't know that you're building this. You're working on this. No, not even the people that are close to you. Not anybody from your past. You're taking active action. I don't even know if that's the way to say that, but you're taking you're being very proactive during this week. This is a lot of cards to show you, but I'm gonna just throw it out there. All right, so this is letting me know that nobody knows what you're working on. Sorry if I'm like very loud on the microphone. You're very focused though. Nobody knows what you're doing though. This King of Wands, you are working your butt off. Wow. The Star. It's just you. I feel like it's just you. Like you're studying very heavily, or like you're listening to motivational videos. You're learning your craft. Like you're mastering it. And you know how far this is going to go. Like you know what you're trying to build towards. But nobody else does. And I don't know why that's so like profound. I feel like with this Two of Wands in reverse, right? Like somebody said no to you. Somebody was like, no, I don't want to be a part of that. Or I don't think that's going to work out. And because of that, it's like fueling you to, let me move this. It's fueling you to really like get it done, to make it happen by yourself. You know how Taurus, like you have that tunnel vision and somebody said something to you recently, or somebody like, I was gonna say pulled out, child. That's not the word I was looking for. But somebody rejected you in some sort of fashion. And now you're like, you know what? I'll do it by myself then. And you're doing it. Wow, Taurus. Beautiful. So this week you are mastering a subject on your own. I do think that you're going to use the internet very heavy, and you're planning something. I would advise you to make lists of what you want to conquer, what you want to do, business plans. Stop putting it off. If you're putting it off, you've been studying long enough, Taurus. Let's start writing it down, making it happen. You're doing extremely well. When I see this card, this is a go. This is a go. Make it happen. Do what you got to do. All right, Taurus. Moving on to Gemini now. Gemini. Gemini. All right, Gemini. All right, Gemini. Okay, so the word I'm getting for you is easy. Life is easy for you this week. Simple. You have Neptune. Okay, your head may be in the clouds a little bit this week, though, because Neptune is like, Gemini, what are we thinking about? I feel like when Gemini has Neptune energy, it's like you're in your playground of thoughts right now for this week. And that can be a very fertile land for Gemini. 10 of Wands is your base reading strength. Oh, honey. Okay, so I feel like you're figuring out a way to make some money this week. Like you figured out how you're really going to make something happen, right? Look at that. You got 10 of Wands in reverse, strength, 5 of Pentacles. This tells me that you're figuring out how to not be broke. Like that's what I feel like. And that's what I was saying. Like there's this playground that you're in where you're using your thoughts. And when a Gemini uses their thoughts and they figure out how to communicate those thoughts, baby, that's money. That's money. I don't care if it's like controversial or not. Like that's money for Gemini. So you're figuring out how to use your thoughts to make you some money this week. But not only this week though, I do feel like it's going to be long term. Because I feel like this is something that you've kind of cultivated. It's not just like something that you can just make happen in one day type of thing, you know. So we also have the Nine of Wands. Ooh, so the resistance is so like light for you this week. That's all I was saying, easy, simple. Like this week, if you're going to start something, start it now. You have Nine of Wands in reverse. You don't even have to fight it. It's like the energies are on your side. So you may want to look into charts this week for yourself, Gemini. If you would like, you know, for me to look into your chart for this week so you can understand how the planets and stuff are working in your favor, email me. But this week specifically is going to be so much like ease for you to make things happen. Use this week, Gemini. Just try some things, okay? We also have the World in reverse. I feel like you've had these thoughts before. You've had these ideas, but for whatever reason this week, Gemini, it's like it's time for you to put those into action. Like you have to revisit it. So sometimes we give up on things before it really has taken off because it's not our time yet, and we feel like, oh, it's not working, but it's like it is working. It just takes time. We just live in a time where things are so quick, especially for Gemini. Like sometimes it's like, okay, you know what, I'm done, let me just move on. And I understand, I'm a Gemini rising, so it's easy for us to just kind of like, okay, that ain't working out. But this week you're not giving up, you're not giving in. I would advise you not to. You already like have visited this idea, but like go back into it and do it. Like do it. Okay, Gemini? Beautiful. Okay, and then we also have the Four of Swords. So this is going to be a very meditative week for you as well. So when I say meditative, I mean that you're planning a lot. You're mapping out how it's supposed to look, how it's supposed to feel, how it's going to be put across, or I don't, you know, like how it's going to be packaged. I don't know exactly what you're doing, but I feel like it's some sort of business endeavor. And so you're figuring out what that's going to look like for you. Okay? Okay. So that's for Gemini. Congratulations. I don't know what you're working on, but it looks like something good. All right, so let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer. All right, Cancer. What we got? Ooh, Cancer. This is going to be a very quick move. Not move, but quick. It may be a move for you, but a quick week for you. Oh. This week is whatever you make it, Cancer. Whatever you make it, this is what this is going to be. So that means that there's a lot of energies floating around, and whichever one you choose to grasp onto, that's what your week is going to look like. So let's try to make something positive, okay? If you have free range, right? If you had the freedom to choose anything that you want out of life, this week is the time where you really get to hold on to it and pick it. So let's not pick something that's negative. Let's not pick something that's not going to serve us. Let's pick something that is going to aid you in walking in your purpose and being successful and abundant because of that purpose, okay? I want you to have that mindset. You're going to be presented with so many things this week, like so many things. It's up to you to decide what you want to give your attention to. This week is pivotal for a lot of you. It doesn't have to break you or make you, but it's up to you, like, to take on the energy if you want to. So we do have Virgo here showing up, so there could be a Virgo in the mix. I feel like Virgo is a part of your chart. I also feel like Virgo season is very significant to you. Like maybe this year Virgo season was kind of like, you know, or maybe like sixth house in Virgo, something like that. And sixth house deals with responsibilities. Let's see, like your day-to-day routine, things like that, your responsibilities. I feel like that's kind of something you've been kind of trying to figure out for yourself, especially within the workspace or like how you make your money. Let's see. So you're getting all this information. It's coming at you so fast, but it's not in alignment with what you do. So this, in other words, how can I put this? For an example, Cancer, you are online and you start getting these like messages, or you start like spiritually getting messages like, maybe I should like switch my career path. And the career path that you're looking at, you're so passionate about it. You see the people that are in it and they're thriving, and you're like, I want to do that. But then when you look at your life, you're like, but how do I make that transition? Like, how is that even possible? So again, it's what you make of this energy. So it's your choice. First and foremost, understand it, that it's your choice, what you want to do with your life. Also understand that there are going to be people who may not agree with the situation, but how do you feel about it, Cancer? This is going to be a time where it's up to you to really dig deep, right? This card was in reverse, but I'm going to show you like this. So you see how all these people are working together. Now, usually this card, Three of Pentacles, is family, friends, co-workers, your job, people doing what they're supposed to do. But Cancer, I really feel like this week you're being challenged to maybe ponder doing something that actually feeds you instead of just lets you get by. I feel like you have much more to offer, and you're finding these career paths, you're finding these ways to showcase that, but you're afraid to take them on because of what society has told you you have to be. So this is going to be a very deep week for you. I feel like it's a deep for you, maybe not for other people, but for you, this is going to be very deep because it's introspective. It causes you to kind of go within yourself and be like, what do I really want for myself? Like, what is my purpose? Why am I here? How do I impact others outside of me with the gifts that I have? How do I figure out how to use what I love and help other people? Like, whatever it is for you, that's what you're focused on this week, because it's like you're being forced to at this time. And understand that it's probably bigger than you, most likely. Especially with this Eight of Wands, it's coming at you so fast. It probably has nothing to do with you making the choice to say that you want to know. You know, like it just kind of came at you. Also, don't be overwhelmed by the things that you see this week. Take it in seriously, and be to yourself so you have time to really absorb. You're gonna get so much information this week, it's crazy. And so many spiritual messages and things like that. So just take it all in, Cancer, and you know what's best for you. Just take your time and really try to make it work for you and not for what everyone else wants from you. Okay, boom. Oh, and also don't tell anybody about what you're thinking about, because some people are going to input their negative bias on it, maybe to protect you, but also maybe to steer you away from your purpose. So just keep it to yourself and be very reflective and meditative during this week, okay? All right, so that was Cancer. All right, let's move on to Leo. 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 Whoa, okay. Dang. These cards be getting out of hand, child. Let's reshuffle for Leo. All right. Oh, Leo. That's a confusing time, huh? So you have this energy of the Ace of Swords. We have the Emperor. Oh, Lord. Nine of Wands. The World. Leo, I love you, but this... Okay. So here's the moral of the story, right? So this week for you, I need you to not listen to what other people are telling you you need. People don't know what your direction is in life. And it's because it's up to you to determine that and figure that out for yourself. Right? So people can see, for example, people can see the gifts you have. People can see your personality. People can see what you could be good at. People can see the things you are good at. But it doesn't mean that they know what your purpose is. Only you and God have to understand that for yourself. Also, when it comes to, I feel like that's what you need to do all week, Leo. Just take deep breaths, okay? Because you really need to be reflective. Because when the Ace of Swords comes up, to me, this means that you're either not sure on what to be focused on, or you're being told lies. Like you're not being told the truth, right? And this happens sometimes because maybe people are giving you the wrong ideas, or maybe because you looked into the wrong rabbit hole and now you have the wrong information. It happens. That's not the point. The point of this is you have to determine what truth is for you. Regardless of what everyone else may think, you have to decide and figure out what is that truth. What is that truth from God? Okay, the Emperor, this is a person who has dominion over everyone in his kingdom or in his empire, but he succumbs and he listens to his counsel, which is people he trusts. But above all of that, he listens to God. He asks God, is this how you want me to rule over the people? You need to be doing that this week, okay? Really, like, forget forget the counsel. Go straight to God, okay? Period. We also have Nine of Wands, the World. I need you to be very persistent. I need you to turn that tunnel vision on, Leo. Look at this. Look at this card, right? Leo, do you see that line in the back? Do you see it behind bars? Now, these bars are clear. These bars don't even really exist. You have to turn that tunnel vision on and attack whatever you're trying to attack, honey. Whatever that is for you, whatever your mission is, whatever your goal is, whatever you're trying to bring into your life, you have to want that for yourself, and you have to decide, okay, I'm going to go after it. We also have the World. Now, what I like about this, honey, this is a beautiful card because this says you passed, right? So, you know, when you take a test and you pass something, okay, time to move on to the next thing. So you've moved on past the chapter. You got to accept that, though. Some people don't want to move on past that chapter. You know how, like, when there's a show and it's over, and they're like, no, I want another season. Like, girl, the show is over. Like, let's leave it where it's at. So you have to accept that certain things have ended, but you also have to understand that this World card means, and it promises that this next phase is new. It's something totally different, which means that you've learned more, you've matured more, you're wise enough to move on to the next level. And with new levels come new people, new situations. Be prepared for new things, Leo. This week is going to present new things for you. You have to accept it. Okay? Stop listening to everybody else and accept your blessings. Like, come on. Okay, so what other cards do we have for Leo? We also have the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Fool, the Star in reverse. Air. You got a lot of people telling you stuff, Leo. This week you have a lot of people telling you stuff. And don't get me wrong, that's a blessing, okay? To be surrounded by people is a blessing because we all need connectivity to grow. And we need connectivity to feel a portion of fulfillment. Air energy, though. Lies. Lies can be all up and through everything. I want you to source check everything. Is that the word? Source check? I don't know. I need you to thoroughly know that if you listen to somebody, make sure that they're correct. If someone is telling you something that they're going to do, check them on that. Follow up on it. You know what I'm saying? If you're researching something, if you're learning about something, go look into it yourself and figure out, like, okay, is that true? Is that false? Don't just take it for what it is. Go do your own research. We also have the Ace of Cups in reverse. I don't know about this, Leo. What I will say is when it comes to relationships and how you relate to people, I think you're on a totally different page at this point in your life. You're like, let's just move on to something. And it's not about people. It's about your perspective on relationships, right? You're maturing. But don't be a fool. Don't end the relationships that actually work in your life, okay? Because you're getting told so many things this week, it's going to feel almost impossible not to just cut people off because you're realizing you're a liar, you know what I'm saying? Like, just try to keep it together. And then we also have the Star in reverse. So I feel like you're not going to be able to be alone this week. And you also need to understand that you're worthy this week. So you got a lot going on, Leo. Who are you? Who are you? When you can understand that as a Leo, you can also filter out the voices that you don't want to be attached to, whether it's people, circumstances, research, mindsets. Figure out who you are, Leo, okay? And you'll know what to do. And congratulations on your new chapter that you're walking into as well, the new things that you're walking towards. All right. So we are now on Virgo. Virgo. Virgo, I feel like you're hungry. Why are you hungry? Usually when I get that feeling when I'm doing a reading, it's because you're like ambitious. So maybe that's what it is, or like you want more type of thing. But sometimes it means you want to relax. You know how after you eat, you're like ready to go to sleep? So, let's see. Virgo. Ooh, okay, so you also got Neptune like Gemini. Gemini is your sister sign. You guys are both ruled by Mercury. So I feel like both of you guys are on this like different level of like your mind and your thoughts, and like how do you use that to like work in your favor, and what can we create, what can we come up with. Also, sidebar, Beyonce had just had her performance here in Houston yesterday. I don't know why that just popped up, but she's a Virgo. Shout out to Beyonce. Okay, let's see. Oh. So this week also for you is what you make it. We have the Fool in reverse. You're not playing no games. We have the Four of Swords. You're chilling. So that means you were very busy. You were very busy this past week. And then we have the Moon in reverse. Oh, we're going to have to pull some cards on that. So, listen, you're chilling. I don't know if some of you guys are doing things you ain't got no business, like taking substances and things, but I am seeing that for some of you. But this Moon in reverse, I'm not feeling that. Let's see. What is this, Virgo? I feel like someone's trying to trick you. The Hierophant. The Star. So we got a Taurus and Aquarius here. Or a fixed mentality. So for most of you, it's a fixed mentality. Ooh, hold on. Let me think on that. The Hierophant. So doing the right thing. You're realizing what the right thing is for you. The best way I can put this is, Virgo, this week, even though you're so in your thoughts, right? You're realizing what are you comfortable with doing. I feel like this week you're going to be thinking about decisions you've made, and this could be definitely from the past, but I feel like for some reason you're like creating commandments for yourself this week. Like you're sitting and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll never do that again. This is why. I don't like how I feel after I do things like that. Like you're very you're creating this like, or revamping this book of rules for yourself, Virgo. Which probably means that you've had a wild few years pass by, or a few weeks. Your season was last season. But no, in all seriousness, with this Four of Swords, this is a very reflective time for you. I think that this is really good, actually. I do like this for you. Let's see. The Fool in reverse. Yeah. I think you're maturing. That's all for this week for you, Virgo. Okay, let's move on to Libra. 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 Happy birthday, Libra, by the way. Uh-oh. I'm seeing some strange cards, honey. Come on, Libra. Where we at? You got the Moon. Okay. Libra, what are you comfortable with? What are you comfortable with? The reason why I'm asking you that is because you have some opposition happening for you this week. But I feel like it's a challenge. It's to get you out of your comfort zone. Okay, so this was in reverse. This Three of Pentacles. You got to take action, though. You don't have the luxury of not being able to change things this week. Things are changing. As they should. It's your season. So you're supported during this time. Understand that. Prince of Swords, Three of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. You're getting a lot of information this week. And you may be going through some things that are painful. I'm just going to be honest with you. But your focus is what's here. So I see that there's things that are going away, things that are being taken out of your life. And usually this is because there's something better that you're going towards, something you need to learn. But these people can't be attached to you whenever you go towards these blessings or when you learn these things, because God wants to work on you. He doesn't want to work on you and your cousin them. Like, it's just you. So this is what I see for you. I see that it's almost like you're uncomfortable with it, but you understand that it's going to be okay. And I think that's so important. Like, you're comfortable with being uncomfortable. And sometimes that's the, honestly, a lot of times that's the best way in life to be. Being uncomfortable will get you really nowhere. You know what I mean? So being comfortable with knowing that sometimes you're going to have to be uncomfortable, that's one of the wisest things that you can really like understand. And you have this 8 of Pentacles, so I feel like whatever you're working on, Libra, understand that this is something that is bigger than you. Like, this is coming from studying, this is coming from wisdom, this is coming from time invested. This is you really upgrading based on being ritualistic with your growth. This is a part of your growth. This is adding on another pentacle to yourself, to your mindset, to your body, to your emotional intelligence, like all of the above. Even to work. If you're working and you're moving up and you have to leave people behind, you still moving up. You know, you've added on a notch to your belt. And I feel like this is something that you should be proud of. What I will say is going to be felt is why am I talking so fast? It's going to feel very uncomfortable, especially if it's dealing with moving up in work, or if it's coming to like graduation or something where it's like you're so comfortable with the setting, but now you got to move on to your own thing so you can be better. But understand that it's still, it's for the better. Okay. Happy birthday. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio. That was not cute. Okay. Wow, Scorpio. Okay. I like these cards. Oh, not this one. But I like most of these. Okay. Scorpio. Nice. Okay. Okay, Scorpio. So, what can I say about this? We have Earth here. You could have like Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo around you. But I feel like when I first saw this card, it was letting me know that you have something growing. It could be within. Maybe it's like a project or something like that. You're very calm this week, like extremely calm. Relaxing, like not just calm, but like you're relaxing to be around. Like, you make people feel comfortable. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles, the Tower in reverse, 6 of Cups. Okay, so family is definitely showing up this week. We have, oh, why do I feel kind of emotional? Scorpio. You have something coming up from the past dealing with your family this week that you thought you were over it, but it's coming back up somehow. Like, somehow the situation is coming back up and it's going to revisit you. It's generational. This is a generational thing. Let me pull some cards. Oh, 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. What is this? King of, okay. So, look. You have a situation where someone's probably going to be negative towards you, or they're going to make you question your mental state. I want you to be very careful with allowing people to have control over how you react. This is somebody probably in your family, mind you. And if I feel like it is from what I'm seeing. But if not, it's a pattern that you've gone through multiple times throughout your family dynamic. And just know, like, you got this. What I've learned, and I'll say this, being vulnerable, what I've learned is when you are presented with the same cycles that have happened in your life before, it's kind of like a test, right? It's kind of like this way of seeing if you are ready for your next level. Because in a game, right, you have to conquer that level, that monster or whatever on that level, in order to move up to the next one. Like, that's how you're able to see if you're ready. So don't take it as, oh my gosh, like this stuff is happening again. Like, what you need to focus on is, how am I responding to this? How do I feel about this? Does it affect me as much as it used to? Those are the things you got to look at. Look at, how am I reacting to this? Look at how unbothered you may be by it, or how bothered you are by it. Depending on the situation will let you know if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. Understand that if you have been actively working on yourself this week, you are breaking a generational curse. And as I say that, the cat comes over here trying to get into the room. So the generational curse can be so many different things. I'm not at liberty to really speak on what that could be for you unless I'm doing like a personal reading. But understand that this is going to be a very big week for you if you emotionally are ready to change the seeds that have been sown, or change how you nurture those plants, meaning yourself, your children, the people in your family, like how you deal with certain situations that pop up. Okay? Beautiful. So now we're moving on to the last sign. This is going to be for Sagittarius. Wow. I feel like your energy is a little sporadic, but the situations in your life, Sagittarius, that are happening right now are very smooth. But your energy is a little sporadic. So you have earth energy as well. So this means that you could also have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn around you. But this is also saying, Sag, you're at a time where some of you have maybe heard this. Like, Sagittarius is also called sage, right? That comes from the temperance energy, which you have here. So it's almost as if you are learning to see the good in something. It's like you're softening up your perspective towards something. You are angry about something this week, and I feel like it's going to take you some time to get over it. But you're also letting bygones be bygones. But it's not going to be easy. It seems like you're kind of doing a lot of back and forth. Like, you don't know how to feel, but you have to, like, grow in your responses, and you have to be more mature, and you can't respond the way that you just feel. You have to think about it. And I feel like that's what this earth energy is saying. Like, be slow to rage. Like, don't just go crazy just because you can, Sagittarius. Choose the side of you that's calming. Choose the side of you that has control over your anger. A lot of Sagittarius people, they have these 3 stages in life. The first stage, when they're younger, they could be kind of wild, or they could be very like quiet and just like looking around to see what's going on in life, right? Because that's what Sagittarius is here to do. Just learn. And that middle sign, that middle energy for Sagittarius is like you get really just wild, just point blank. And then that third stage, once you like get into yourself, you learn how to turn up or turn down the fire. And that's why they call you sage, because even though you're being lit, you're having fun, you're wild, or not wild, but like, you're enjoying yourself, but you're still like this calm breeze of fire. It's not that same like robust, like I'm gonna burn you type of fire. And that's why they call it sage. And I feel like you're learning how to use that this week. So things may make you upset, but it doesn't necessarily have to control you. And I feel like if you can just look at the beautiful things, if you can look at the beautiful sides, if you can focus on the beautiful things in your life that are working, it's going to be easy to navigate this energy because you have it within you, Sag. Like, to know how to navigate these situations, to know how to navigate your emotions. Even if it's not fun, you can do it. Let bygones be bygones. Like I said, this temperance energy, be very careful. Be humble this week. Try your very best to be humble. I also want you to be very careful of your reactions. Like, don't hurt anybody because of how you feel, because it never ends right, especially when you're getting older. Like, be very careful of that. You have the Prince of Pentacles as well, so I feel like you are going to be receiving some sort of help within your financial endeavors. Doesn't have to be, but it looks like you're getting a boost. It also looks like something is going to take time. Something is going to take time, so just understand that this week. This is a week where you're initiating things, but it's just now starting. So just be aware of that. Okay, Sag? The journey has just begun for you, my friend. Let's see. Aiden says, I'm a Gemini and everyone says it's the worst sign. Well, Aiden, tell everybody that everyone has all the signs within their chart. So it's very silly to say one sign is better than the other, because we have all 12 signs in our chart. All right? And so, yeah, I've done every sign at this point. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for tuning into your sign. I truly appreciate it. I know these are late or whatever, but like, you have all week to watch it. I will be back here next Sunday, so make sure that you tune in. Make sure you turn on your notification signs for not your notification signs. Do you hear me? Sorry. Turn on your notification bell on the channel so that you are aware when I go live, when I'm doing posting or anything like that of that sort. And yeah, I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Okay, bye.